Hi everyone, and welcome to our video kit release for our Endearments collection. I'm so glad that you tuned in to join us because this is the best way to be able to see each and every individual paper and element in this kit, and it gives you so much inspiration because we're going to be able to talk about it and actually explain a few things to you that you may or may not have seen or be useful for you when you do your creating with this kit. So this kit, this is our bundled collection, and for those of you that are newer to our channel, our bundled collection, when you purchase it, you get all 5 coordinated products in the collection. You also save 20% on this versus purchasing each of these items individually, so it's definitely worth the money. You'll also get a chance, like I said before, to see everything that's in here, and you're gonna see how there are no duplicate items in here. So once again, something that you're really going to want to take advantage of. So let's hop in and see exactly what this kit does offer. Now this kit is filled with sentiments and so many theme-based ideas, but you can see the beautiful florals. So this makes it so incredibly versatile. Like here is the big border paper that Mary Fran has created. Once again, you can totally see this as a cover for a scrapbook album or mini album. You can see this as your card front. All you have to do is just add in a sentiment, maybe a few extra elements if you wanted. Maybe you use the alpha to put in somebody's initials or name, whatever it may be. There are so many things that you can do with this collection. You're going to see the different varieties of that paper as well as the others in here, because it always is important we don't know what color palette you're working with. And it's so important that we want to be sure that you actually get the color of paper that you are looking for in that pattern. So you're going to see them here in the FQB with loads and loads of papers here. The great polka dots, I know they're a favorite of a lot of you. I know a lot of you comment and use them when we see your cards and layouts when we see them. And also the big florals. These florals are the real cream of the crop for each of the kits. And you will find them in the floral-based kits. So here it is. This has more of the white background. There it is in the purple, so the striking colors, just beautiful. And there it is in the gold. Like, can't you see so many different things? That just reminds you so much of spring, the flowers, the renewed life, and in the floral lilac. Wouldn't that be pretty for something like baby or bridal shower or things like that? You can kind of sort of get the feel and which direction. Same thing with the floral stripe. It's just that delicate kind of look with the florals in there. So it kind of leads you as you start to design something or you're starting to create with it. If you don't have something specific in mind and you're looking to kind of create with because you're creative today, you can take a look at these papers and scroll through them on your computer when you download this kit. This gives you so much inspiration by just looking at them each and individual in this large format when you open up your computer. Here is the quilt pattern background paper. Again, if you're looking for that really homemade, that real tactile kind of feel to add to your cards and layouts, the quilt paper is always a good one to look at. That kind of sets you off in that direction there as well. Beautiful square or a weave pattern. That is, again, as I've always said, you see simpler patterns, you see more elegant pattern or more intricate patterns, I guess, busier patterns. And we want you to have both because obviously you need both. You don't want things to fight each other. You don't want papers to fight each other for a spotlight. You want them to enhance each other. So here is that border that we saw earlier on the paper. Mary Fran has given you just the border. So that way, if you had a more solid, let me just go back a little bit. Let's just say you had something like this paper and you really love the paper, but you wanted to enhance it more. Well, you can certainly take that border. You can place it down the side. You can place it across the top or bottom, whatever you wanted to do with it. And that, again, is the genius of how Mary Fran creates, is she gives us so many optional things that you can customize yourself or pre-made things that she has already customized for you. So that way you can create, whoops, I think we're going the wrong way, aren't we? Let's go this way. So that way you can create so incredibly easily and customize it so you'll have exactly what you want. Here is another border of flowers. So, this second border of flowers here has a lighter purple in the background. Again, just a customization thing rather than the first one, which has the dark stripe in it. And the third border is just the flowers, because maybe you were looking for just the florals there. Maybe, for those of you that like to decoupage, you can decoupage some of those flowers up. Imagine how pretty that would look on a card or layout. Butterflies, obviously, this is a floral kit. It has that really flowing feeling to it. So the butterflies are a beautiful, perfect element for this. And with the double wing in there, how pretty is that, right? Again, things are done for you so that you can easily progress through your project. Great buttons. These buttons, you know what? I don't know if a lot of you use them, but they are perfect for little pops of color and texture. There's always those little areas where you think, it's a little, I wish it was a little lifeless over here, a little blank over here. Perfect idea for a button. Card strip is what Mary Fran is calling this. So you can use this as well as a belly band in your cards or mini albums or scrapbook albums. But you can use this as well, and you'll see how I chose to use it in my card making idea, how I just placed it across the front of the card here. And I'll show you the look at the end as to how it all turned out. You're going to love it, I think. Fabric buttons. Again, Mary Fran is giving you patterned items that will give you little pops of color and texture. So again, very, very useful items. And something, again, that you don't want to miss out, and challenge yourself a little bit. Think, you know what? I am going to use that. I'm going to wait to the end because I know it's kind of a finishing touch element. I'm going to wait to the end, but I am going to use that. Here is a floral label in this belly band. Again, something that is very easy to use. You can see how this could easily go across a card. It could go across the front of your mini album or journal or whatever it is that you're creating, and gives you a great place for a sentiment, whether that's in the center or on either side. You have many options with that. Again, floral belly band. Here's a different version of it for you, giving you lots of options. Floral circles. So floral circles work great as main standalone elements. Whether you want that as its element and you have a partial photo that you want to put in there, you want a journal in here, or you want to place this down and then layer other items on top of it, there's many, many options for these floral labels for you. The same thing with this in the square or rectangle. These obviously immediately kind of, for me anyhow, in my opinion, lend right away. Your first thought is, oh, journal tag, right? Or place a photo in here, right? Whether you have a 4x4 from Instagram, or you take a photo and you shrink it down. It's maybe just someone's face, whatever the case may be. Those are kind of the immediate reactions to an element like that. Here are the individual floral clusters that Mary Fran has made for you, once again, so that you can personalize. You can do whatever you want because you have full creative freedom when you have these items. This allows you to place that anywhere. You place it over top of photos, like in the corners of frames. You want to add it and create your own background paper. You want to place it on pages, whatever it is you want to do. And here's an example with the frames. Mary Fran has purposely left these a little bit more simply done. And the reason being is you can personalize it with those, like I said, with the florals. And also it doesn't fight with the photo if you decide to put a photo in it. But also you could back this with a main background paper. You could write on the inside. There's so many options. What if this was for an invitation and you had the invitation details in the center of it? You know, there's, again, many options to use. The gems, again, if you want to add a little of that bling, a little of that attention, a little bit of that flash, here are the items for it, and they're perfectly color matched. That's the trick to this all as well, is Mary Fran perfectly color matches everything to it. These, Mary Fran is called journal cards, but realistically, you could see those as card fronts, can't you? Absolutely lovely. Wouldn't that be great for Mother's Day? Wouldn't that be great for a birthday? Wouldn't that be great for so many things? Retirement, anniversary, you name it. This can have so many options. Or you can, obviously, this can be placed into your layouts or cards as a standalone element to give a main element some, highlight this as a main element, right? Same thing with these ones. Enjoy, happiness blooms from within, cherish this. You have a heart of gold, so you can see how many pre-made items Mary Fran's made for you and how many options you have just right out of the gate. Here is some blank journal labels. Again, the journal labels are awesome because it allows you to customize each piece with whatever it is you wanted to say. Maybe it's happy birthday. Maybe it is English is not your first language. So we want you to have those blank tags so that you can write in what it is that you want to say. Journal pads. So again, loving every little moment. Couldn't you see this? Couldn't you just simply print that out? several times over and over. Maybe have a little ribbon at the top, punch holes and put a little ribbon through it. There's a wonderful gift for somebody. These are just fantastic. But also, let's not look at them for the obvious. Why couldn't you add in a nice photo? Here's happiness always. What if this was for an anniversary and this was an inside insert in your card, or obviously as a layout or mini album, and you put the photo in there with a little bit of journaling beside it? There's a lot of options with each and every individual element in here. So use your, hopefully maybe you're part of our Facebook group, our Knitwit neighborhood it's called, if you aren't already. Join up to our Facebook group, because I'll be honest with you, the amount of creativity that shows up in that Facebook group, it is unbelievable. We have it's a great warm atmosphere and environment. Everybody shares, and everybody has something to share with us and learn from. I know we've learned lots from it. We've seen a lot of great ideas, the way people have chosen to use the papers and the elements. There's just a lot of inspiration. So somewhere else to check out if you are looking for that. Some ribbons to add, again, texture and color. I'll show you how Mary Fran chose to use them in her layout at the end here. And tags. So again, great pre-made tags with sentiments on them. They're great starting point if you want to, as well as some blank ones here, again, so you can write on them and personalize them if you want. But these are great starting points as well if you're creating and you're thinking, I'm not sure what theme I want to create with. There's some great starting ideas. Here's a teacup full of flowers. Absolutely beautiful. Obviously a fabulous main element for you. Whether that is about somebody because they enjoy floral, they enjoy the tea, maybe they're a little more of an elegant, refined person, whatever it is, you can see there's many, many options for this. And lastly, these tiny little word strips, Time of My Life and Best Kind of Friend. Again, Mary Fran has taken out the hard work by writing on it for you. All they have to do is either pop it in if you're creating digitally, and if you're creating and printing, you can print them off and paste them on, put them up on some foam dots, or you can place that over something. If you had a photo, you could certainly add this to your photo, print it as one item, and then place it into your layout, into your card, whatever it is. And we do have videos how to do that here on our YouTube channel, so just check out our how-to section, and there are the videos in there for that. And that's everything that's included in the FQB. So in our little bits obviously are always pre-made elements, and more of them. Again, different ones. You will not see any of these in the FQB. You have many, many options in here that Mary Fran has done for you. And again, little bits are a great starting spot. If you're like, okay, I really want to create today. I don't know what I want to create. And this is the kit. I'm kind of drawn to these colors and stuff. Little bits is a perfect place to start because Mary Fran has taken out all the hard work. These are the perfect main element items. And as you see, some of them have blank tags. Some of them have the writing already done for you. So that way you can personalize them yourself, or you have things already fully created so you can just easily move on. Like, look at this, hello you and the H as a main element. How beautiful is that? Same thing with the B for beautiful. Just gorgeous, right? So start out, check these things out. And lastly, here is a sentiment cluster for you that you can place anywhere, on a background paper, on a photo, on the front of your card. You can do that anything and anywhere. So our Endearments 2 is our additional papers pack. Once again, these are not duplicate items. These are the same patterns of papers that you saw in the FQB, but this color, as an example, you will not find anywhere. That only belongs in the 2 paper pack. So that is the difference with the 2 paper pack. It adds to the volume of papers that are already in the FQB when you're creating with it. Because if you wanted that floral gray and you thought, you know what, and I'm pairing that with the golds that are in some of the other papers and some of the elements, there you have it. You can create with it. Again, like I said earlier, we don't want to miss something where you thought, I wish this paper came in that color. We want to give you lots and lots of options, and that also allows you to make multiple items, whether that's in a scrapbook album, mini album, whatever, that everything will coordinate, but they're not exact matches because nobody wants duplicates. Here is our solids paper pack, and you can see that regal embossed kind of pattern in there. So again, the solids are perfectly color matched, so they're perfect for backing main elements. They're perfect for backing other background papers, like as a solid in behind, as your starting paper. Or you can also create your own custom paper, because you could add in that floral border, you could add in the sentiments, the pre-made sentiments from the little bits that Mary Fran has given you, and then you can add in your other items. So many, many uses for those. Lastly is our talk, which is our alpha. And as you can see, again, this is kind of an elegant, refined kit. So the alpha flows right there with it in terms of how Mary Fran has created it. It's colorful, it's bold, and the alpha, again, if you haven't used it, maybe challenge yourself this on the next creation that you go to make. Challenge yourself to use it, because the alphas are fantastic. It allows you to highlight names, dates, places, anything, initials, an emotion, whatever it is, you can highlight that with this alpha and kind of enunciate it or bring it to the forefront, so that way your customized creation really shines through. So before I let you go, let's just have a quick peek at here is my card making idea. So as I was mentioning earlier, there is what Mary Fran had called that card border. So that's how I chose to use it, because I wanted that floral element. I wanted that kind of horizontal element in there, like, you know, to give it a delineation between the top and the bottom. There is the belly band. That piece is all one piece with the sentiment in it. Here are a couple of the jewels, the gems that came in the kit. Added in a butterfly, added in some florals. Yeah, these are the top and the bottom, the Cherish This and Happiness Blooms From Within. Those two are the journal cards. So again, remember I had mentioned earlier how many different uses you can get out of things? Those two are journal cards. So those are pre-made. I didn't even make anything there. Mary Fran did all the hard work. I just popped them in. I just resized them and popped them in there. So very, very easy way to have a card come together. That was very, very easy to create, and utilizing pre-made items, right? There wasn't clustered items that I had to put in there in order to get to that. And Mary Fran's layout, sorry folks, actually I forgot to save it in here, so that's my error. I will have to show that to you another time. You will see it at the beginning of this video, so you can check out her actual layout, which shows you ways that she used the ribbons and several other elements. So she uses a lot of different items than I use on the card, so that way it gives you a little inspiration as well. So once again, thanks for tuning in to our Endearments collection. But before you dash off and get this kit for yourself, I want you to have a quick look at the bottom right of your screen. That has our Knitwood Collections logo. Please click on that in order to subscribe to our channel. That'll make you aware of any time we place up a new video for you. As well, please give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment, let us know what you thought of the video and the kit itself, maybe what you were seeing in it, what you wanted to create with it, anything you wanted. We're always happy to hear from you. Thanks once again, and I hope you enjoy creating with the Endearments collection.